Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. I'm realBluTV. I'm joined with Rome, and now we have the finals coming up for you. It's Justus Roco versus Mighty Porcupine. Justus Roco, the defending $10,000 champions from the month of July as well. So excited to see if they can remain atop the standings and try and defend their title from the top of the podium once again. And Rome, we've already got our bands. And before we talk about those, we got to see the series layout. But before we see that, I want to know your predictions before we see what maps we're going to. So, Justus Roco, Mighty Porcupine. I know we talked about your predictions plenty of times already. You think Mighty Porcupine are the best option if Justus Roco is going to lose today. But then Justus Roco pulling out some things that you have not seen, and now you are fooled, and Gronky is your new father in the draft meta, apparently. So, what's it going to look like so far today? What's your predictions between these two teams?
Call me crazy, but this is the first time that we are going to see Demolition Breach, and I will say that practice makes perfect. So, since Demolition Breach is the new thing, and since the team that is Mighty Porcupine has players that have practiced Demolition Breach for the last 2 weeks straight, and the fact that the players on Justus Roco have not practiced Demolition Breach at all, I'm going to go with Mighty Porcupine to win this first map. We're not going to do the whole predictions for the whole series yet.
Throwing
at least
shots,
for this first
man.
map. At least for this first map, I will go with Mighty Porcupine simply because practice makes perfect, and I got to live by that.
Okay. All right. Well, listen, here, you already spoiled the surprise that we're going to a Demolition Breach. So let's go ahead and take a look at the rest of the series layout. Ladies and gentlemen, surprise, we're going to Breach for Demolition the first time ever. It's not as great anymore. We had a big reveal for this. I mean, we kind of teased it earlier when we had the wrong layout for the second semifinal. Rome, so anxious. But we're going to Demolition for Breach in game number 1. And then we're going to King of the Hill on Glacier, everyone's favorite King of the Hill map, obviously. Absolutely no one has anything against Hill D or Hill number 4 on this map. It's the greatest ever. I love it. It's just a cluster mess of people shooting and throwing grenades and smokes and fire and, everything. It's basically like a family dinner at Christmas. Anyways, Favelas, Demolition will be game number 3 if needed. Here's the bans for game number 1. Mighty Porcupine are banning out Ronin, which sounds standard, but then again, Justus doesn't really play Ronin, but then again, they do, and they have 2 really good ones. And then Justus Roco, this might be a surprise to you, but they're banning Fixer.
Not surprised banning Fixer because the other team is banning Ronin. Both of these teams, I'm sure, are very fine with these bans. If one team would have banned one, the other team would have banned the other as well. I have zero doubt in my mind about that. If Porcupine would have banned Fixer instead, the other team, Justus, would have banned Ronin, in my opinion. So let's go ahead and see how this is going to go, man. Going to be jumping right into this bad boy. I can't wait, man. I can't wait because this is Breach Demo, and I got a lot to talk about on this map. Now, I've been watching competitive Demolition on this map for the last couple of weeks, so I got a lot to talk about. So once I see these rogues start to get locked
let's hear it.
Yeah, we can talk about it. So there is going to be no Ronin. So on offense, if the side of Mighty Porcupine, who's that Joker, Nash, and Rugi, if they are on offense, which I believe that they are, I'm guessing that we're going to most likely be seeing a Dallas, we'll most likely be seeing a Talon, we'll most likely be seeing an Anvil, and we'll most likely be seeing some type of a Revive. If it's not an Anvil, then we might be seeing a third Intel. This map is all about the Intel. If you thought Hollows was an Intel map, this is an even more of a one. Why? Just because it's so big, and because if you do not rotate in time, you will be caught lacking. And right now, it looks like we got the Intel coming out, so there's going to be the Talon along with the Chalk. And they are also going to have the Kestrel. Now, with this comp, that means that they are most likely going to be going toward the A site. You're able to Talon Dart up very quickly, see if anyone is going to be there, and just simply flash out the up top area, flash out the bottom right area, and then you have a free plant for your spawn most of the time. Now, we'll see if they are going to be on that side. I believe that they are on offense because they are currently on the blue side, so I believe they are on offense, but if they did hit me with the okie doke, we will find out shortly. Because right now, Ink is going to be on that Anvil. Anvil definitely a staple on this map for offense and defense. He's very good on both, as retaking is very difficult, as there are so many good plants that you can have for your spawn area that a lot of times once you plant the bomb, it's almost impossible to get this retake right unless you use your utility perfectly. So that Anvil shield just gives you an extra barrier. So yes, they are going to be on offense with this comp. So let's see if they're either going to be pushing out this A site or pushing out the backside of this B site. It's going to be one or the other.
I hope everyone had their notepads out. That's a lot of information. Good intel Rome just dumped on us there. In my opinion, this is not one of those maps where it's defense or attack sided. I think this map's kind of balanced, right, Rome? If you can agree, it's kind of just how each team plays to their advantages is how it shakes out, I guess. I mean, this map is kind of just whoever plays it best, right?
Yeah, it's essentially whoever can figure out what they're comfortable doing. Now, offense is a little bit harder with a little bit less intel simply because they're going to have to rely on their smokes and their pushes like they are right now with that chokehold. But there they go. They just walked right into the meat grinder. Ink is going to be going down, getting full killed by that Kestrel. But they're going to be wiping out the rest of the squad. And yeah, that just cannot happen. As he did get docked a little bit of change right there for that one. And
all right, so
we did just try to push up.
We talked about you mentioned some strategies, what's good, what's bad. We both agree that the map just relies on who can figure out how to be successful with their composition. It's not really attack or defend, it's kind of balanced between the two. Here's the next question. We see this a lot. They go towards B, that site. Is B the favorite site?
Currently, in my opinion, from what I've seen, A is the much easier site to defend once you get the bomb down. If you're able to get the bomb down at B, a lot of times it's very easy to tell where they're going to be holding it from. There's really only a couple spots where you can watch the bomb from if you're able to get it down here. But it looks like they are going to be downing that Dahlia, and once you down the Dahlia, that means you can full send it, so that's what they're going to be doing. They just got to watch out for the C4, and you know the Ink is going to be lurking with that thing. And that's a double nade from Gronky, my goodness, and a C4 from Ink onto Gronky. That's not what he wanted to do. But they're going to have to clutch up, and that's exactly what Ink does right there, and that is a 2-0. And the problem right now is they are blindly pushing in and letting themselves get util dumped. That is the issue right now. That's 2 times where they have popped the rage, pushed on Ink in the back, and Ink has been able to shut them down. That time with the help of Gronky from the middle cut. Gronky, easy bounce nade on the side. It's a very easy site. That's why I'm very surprised that this team is not going to the A site. If they don't go to the A site, I think that it would be a big mistake for them for this comp. I think this comp was made to go to A. The chalk is very, very hard to use at this B site. And it looks like they're going to be sniffing this one out. Ink and Frag, they're saying, okay, they failed at B twice, so they got to be going A, right? So we're going to go ahead and 2-stack over to this A site right now, as A is one of those sites on defense where if they plant the bomb, you're feeling a little bit down, and it's going to be extremely hard to get that retake. So now it's a 4v1 that Gronky is up against right now, as Ink did rotate over, so he is going to be there to help him out. He's going to have that C4 ready. This time, they're going to opt to go with the plant instead. They did get the bomb down, and they were able to kill Ink as well. Now, can they get both full kills? Yes, they can. So they have Ink full killed as well as Gronky on the Kestrel. So now a 2v4. And this is going to be an extremely hard retake. So this should be a 1-2 situation for the offense.
Frag getting crossfired on as well. Joker's going to end up being the man who gets the credit for that down. And Joker just continuing his success on the Kestrel, it seems, right into the grand finals here. We just saw him drop 47, I think it was. 45, excuse me, downs in that last game in his semifinal. Now here he is. Finally, they're able to grab one on the board, so it's 2-1. What's also interesting is how, like Nash, for example, has probably played in, 100 tournaments this week already? and a ton of them.
I don't know if you've been paying attention, but I've been hosting a lot of tournaments, and Nash has been in every single one. I think he's taken home himself over at least $400 in prizes.
Yeah, listen,
just
it's difficult when I got no Twitter. Okay, it's hard to start over. All right.
Oh man. Yeah.
I cruise around on Twitch though, and I'd be finding all the streams with the tournament. But what I was trying to say was he's played in a lot of tournaments this week, and they have Breach in them. And then on the other side, you have Justus, Roco, and you called them out blatantly for not practicing this map. So maybe they're just going off of skill alone right now, but it's working for him. 2-1, but never mind. Nash, like you mentioned, finding a double. Gronky popping out. Drones come out as well, but he's getting collapsed on. I'm surprised if he doesn't go down, but he does. Frag as well. Who's that? Gets taken out by Ink, but he's the last man standing. It's not looking good for him. Defense falls apart once again.
Right here is easy. They just got to push it out and clear it out. As long as he's there, they're going to easily win the 4v1. And there they go, 2-2, and they're shooting bodies now. They're letting them know, look, we're figuring it out. It's very simple. And the fact that they have not went to A yet is scary if you are the side of Justus, because in my opinion, that A push is lethal. This team has done this A push so many times. I feel like this map is a lot like Canals, where if you're able to do the A, it's very simple. You can plant for the boat, things like that. A is very similar to that. If you can plant at A, you're planting essentially for this entire building on your left. They essentially have to clear you out to the very back, or else you're able to Kestrel ult it, or you can molly it from the way back side of your spawn. That's why A is definitely not the one you want to give up, but the better teams are able to push out the B site and push it out effectively the same way they are on Canals. So it's the exact same way if you guys can understand that.
So to put it in like simpler terms, right? B is the preferred site, just like Canals, right? But A
is the easier site.
It's easier post-plant. Once you get the bomb planted, it's easier for you to defend it as the attackers. But it's hard to get in there. Like on Canals, it's hard to get into the A site if they're there, right?
Yep. 100%. That A site is hard if they're stacking it, especially because they could be absolutely anywhere. And wow, these trades that are coming out are incredible. But now Ink in a 3v2, it's just him and Dallas, and it looks like they're not looking good once again. Rotate. Oh, but they did down Nash, got the nice knock on Frag out, and Ink able to get Rugi, but that's not going to be enough, and they're shooting these bodies, letting them know they're up 3-2, and we got ourselves a game yet again just to find themselves down in the first map of a series. It is only 3-2, but 3 rounds in a row now, and they're starting to pick up some steam.
Well, I can tell you right now, if, the success of Mighty Porcupine sits on the fact that this is Breach, it might be short-lived because we're not playing Breach 3 times in a row. So Justus has that to look forward to if they can't figure it out. But they are that team that quickly adjusts, like we've said, time after time. So can they find the adjustments? Can they learn this map in about 10 minutes compared to 4 players that have been playing it competitively, continuously, all week, it seems, at this point. Hanging back is Nash and Joker, seeing if anyone is trying to flank them. I don't think anyone is going to flank you.
And right now, they're just setting up how they want to do this push. So just like Canals, it's very stalematey, and then you throw your flash, you make your play. The exact same way that Canals is set up, this is set up. If you're doing a B push, you got to make it good. If you have the player on the flank, you can watch the flank pretty easily. Just like Canals, with 1 player, you can lock it down. And they're going to be getting that player weak. 2 players are weak on the side of Justus. The Dahlia and the Anvil, both of the people linked, are weak, and now this bomb gonna start to go down, but they weren't able to finish it. And right now the Chalk is just trying to live. Who's that? Is trying to live as long as he humanly can. Joker gonna get dropped on the Kestrel. Ink gonna be wide swinging on Who's That. He's gonna be getting Dahlia revive. They're not gonna let that happen. He's gonna be full killed. Now it's a 3v2. Gronky picks up another down with the Kestrel and gets that full kill. Now it's a 4v2.
Yeah, but the most important part of all this is that the bomb was not planted and they had control of it from the defensive side. Now these shots from Nash, that was nice, but he turns the corner and, well, 3 people are staring at him. They do get that revive as well. Now things are starting to iron out for the defending champions, Justus, as they even it out at 3 apiece. Final round before we go into the second half here at our first look of Demolition on Breach here on the Checkmate Gaming $10,000 tournaments. This is actually the first time we've seen Breach Demolition at all. So it's great that it's in the finals. I'm happy that we saved it to the final one.
And the cool thing is that a lot of these teams, a lot of these players, that are on the side of Porcupine, they have said that, they didn't like Breach, the first couple days that they played it, and then they started to play it, and then they started to play maps like Skyfell and things like that right after it. And then they said, you know what? Breach actually isn't that bad. And the players have started to actually get fond of it, and they're starting to figure things out.
You don't judge something after 1 week, man.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
That's the problem in the gaming community. The entire gaming community, right?
Oh yeah,
it's man.
Don't like new things. Gotta always be comfortable with the old. Can't adjust.
I mean, I'm playing a game. Problem. I'm playing a game right now that came out like 2 years ago. It was terrible 2 years ago, but all the updates and the
goodness, who's that just went crazy? He just got the Anvil and the Dahlia. That was amazing, and now it's a 3v2. He just turned a 3v4 into the, but then now it's a 2v2, so he's got to go crazy. That's the 3K. Can he get the 4K? He's going for it. Who's Daddy? Not able to get it. It got stolen from him, let's be honest. I'll give it to him. Shout out to Who's That A. I'll give him the 4K, man. I ain't even mad at it. Shout out to him. So they go up 4-3 on offense. Now it's going to be all about shutting this down. Now, what is Justus going to do on offense? Are they going to go with reveals? Are they going to go with intel? Are they going to do what they did on Canals, another intel map, and say, you know what, we don't even need intel? And you already see Nash is on the glitch, and Nash on this map on glitch is a problem. So the fact that it is open, that is an issue for the side of Justus. Nash is an amazing glitch, and it looks like they have no intel right now, so this final character better be an intel character, and it is. So they are going to at least put Delena on this Talon, and they're going to run the exact same comp that they just got played against. The only thing is they're going up against 3 rats, and on this map, if you only have 1 piece of intel, and you know that, this is essentially how this is going to go. The Dahlia is going to here. Oh, the dart's over here, guys. And so the Lancer's going to say, oh, okay, so they have nobody watching the flank. Just call me numbers. If you hear the dart, you know the dart isn't watching the flank. So as long as you have numbers, you get all 4, you can hit an easy flank from almost anywhere in the map. Over the hop over the full side if they go B. If they decide to go A, you can flank from either the top side of the back side of A or all the way from back here. And it looks like right now there's going to be a basic B push coming out of the side of Justus. This frag trying to figure out exactly where these players are, and the Lancer is close up, and the Lancer is actually able to take out Ink. Ink is going to be self-resing, but great plays by the Lancer to get that initial down. And he didn't even use the self-res. They actually hand-res that, so they're going to get some extra money for that. Nice plays out of Justus in a 4v4 now. They know they're at this B site, and this is an all-out war as everyone is here. They're not trying to let them in at all.
And there's nice another res by hand coming through as well. Joker does find the down on the Gronky, however. Nash helping out. Rugi did fall. Who's that falls and gets taken out? Now things are starting to even out a little bit better here, but still trapped in what seems to be the corner. Pre-firing to see if anyone will turn that corner. Now they're just going to rotate. There's still 3 of them alive. They have the bomb in their possession. This is looking okay. I mean, this could be a good recovery from what was a disaster there to start off with. But they ended up coming out with the larger success. 2 knocks, a bomb plant. Looks like they're setting up here.
You see right there, they planted it, and they can control this entire green area, and you can see the bomb from all the way in the back. So if there is no anvil, you don't have to worry about a thing. You can see the bomb from all the way in the back. Now, it's interesting, Delena's position right here in this 3v2. They're completely playing for Joker, as Joker is on this Kestrel, and he's just trying to play his life as long as possible, buying time for his teammate to get over here and help, and this retake is not going to be it. It's just that simple. As right now, all those players are backed up. They can all see the bomb from so far away, but they're not even going to back up. They're going to push it, and they're going to be going for these kills. And this thing is all tied up 4-4, ladies and gentlemen. So that simply was a B exchange. Justus ended up getting out the trades. They ended up winning them. They got 2 revives, I believe, from the Dahlia, 2 hand reses, and a Dahlia res. So that is just absolutely incredible. No, it was just 2 hand reses, actually, from Frag Out. So that's what it was, and then I believe the Chalk self-resed as well. So that
yeah, it was
just
definitely
amazing.
Just the two hand reses are the ones that came through from the Dahlia. Frag. 10
and
assists
to not have
as well,
lifeline,
so.
to get them off without lifeline, I feel like that's even more impressive, honestly.
Yeah, he's doing the best that he can. I mean, it's also something that we don't see him play very often. We've seen him do it a few times, but again, this is uncharted territory here on this map for the team of Justus. But they do tie it up, little recovery, and it was good enough that last round.
And
here we are.
This is the first A push that we're seeing. So you can see you get control of the top area, you flash out that backside, and you can plant right here for your spawn. And that's exactly what they did. So they got the bomb down, everyone's alive, and now this team has to full retake, and they got to get control of up top. Then they have to clear out the entire green area, which most of the time you're able to get control of up top just by going up there. People typically don't stay up there as you can get flashed, utiled out. It's better because you can just see the bomb from your spawn. Right now, Delena, he's going to be playing the rat. Delena going to be trying to hit the late flank, and it's a war up top.
And that's exactly what happened. Frag Out gave up the upstairs. Someone else went up there. Now Ink's up there. He finds one. It was a nice knock from a bounce nade as well. Nash pushing in. Everyone's going to jump up. Nice shots from Frag. And then, of course, the Kestrel will go up there afterwards because she's full health. Nice job. Gronky and Ink both with 11 downs apiece, Rome.
Now, Frag is going crazy with the revives. I'm going to be completely honest. Though that revive right there, jumping down, getting Gronky up with the lifeline, he didn't go for a gun this round. He got all that money the previous round and got lifeline instead. That's a true teammate.
Well, he's got 12 assists. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm saying Frag is feeling very good right now on this Dahlia. And right there, that's a very simple A push. A is very simple if they don't have an anvil on the enemy team. You simply
You know what else
there,
is interesting?
clear out up top. Yes.
He doesn't have the most revives in the game, but he has the most crucial ones, I would say. I mean, the 2 on Chalk in that dire moment there, and then the 1 on Kestrel there was great as well. So just being able to put yourself in a position to make plays at a certain times in clutch situations, right? That separates the best from the average. And right now, Nash and Joker work together to take out Frag. This looked like a mid push, and it's going horribly wrong.
Yeah,
who's that?
Nash fine. Never. This is the type of round that just looks like they've never played the map. I'm gonna be totally honest. That just looked like they
look
walked
like
in mid and
chickens with
said,
no
"Oh
heads
wait,"
running around, huh?
It literally looked like they walked into mid and said, "Oh wait, that's wide open. They could be there," and then they just died. Like that's actually what it looked like happened. Inexperience on the map, but you know, as this month goes on, I'm sure that they'll realize that they do need to get practice in at the new maps, as we do have Factory King of the Hill as well as Breach Demolition that are in the rotation for this month. So you got to get good at the new things, and right there, that was not that great.
You take point.
I wonder what the play call was. I'm gonna be totally honest. I would have loved to hear the comms that round. Like I would have loved to hear what the actual play call was in that situation, because Nash essentially had free intel, and right now Nash 11 downs. Pay attention to it because that number might balloon on up, as he is now on his favorite road on one of his new favorite maps. And they are on
Rome,
this defensive side.
You gave me another beautiful quote for your calendar I'm making, by the way. To be great, you got to do great, and that wasn't very great.
There you go, man. There you go.
You're like the Gandhi of our time, man. I love this. Frag Out and Delena pushing on the left side of your screen. Ink now rotating towards that side. Delena's going towards the right, so they kind of just swap sides. They're playing very close. They're getting very aggressive. Flashbang towards the back. Defense is kind of backing off, however. They're just playing through mid.
Yeah, it looks like they're playing for the retake. Yeah, it looks like they're playing for a complete retake, and Nash does like to do this. He likes to get his intel, play for the retake, figure out where everyone's at. He's going to do the hack on them, and that's when they're going to make their play. Right now, he's just getting intel.
If it works, right? They're the ones that practice this map. They're conditioned for this. They know what to do on the retakes, and it's looking good so far. They take out Ink.
Right there.
Look at this. Delana has to look towards the Kestrel, and because of that, the drones are going to do work. Frag's all alone, stuck in the corner behind a smoke. They know he's there. One member standing now. Joker did. Oh, he might go for the revive. He doesn't have the time there.
Yeah, and like I said, they're fine with the retake. Yep, like that's why I was saying they're fine with doing that. If you have a glitch, all the players have to be in that small area. So all you have to do is get up close, hack all 4 of them, then dump all the utility that you have. It's very simple, and that's all they did right there, and it ended up winning them the round. That right there is a very simple retake, and right there, Nash, he just went from 11 assists to 15 assists. So right there alone, he just helped get all 4 simply by hacking all 4 of those players. That is a retake on Breach. And that is a reason why players are liking Breach, because a retake, it feels possible. And that's why teams like to go to B. But a lot of times when you go to B, you need to slay out before you plant, because if you plant, it's going to be kind of easy to retake if you are the defense, if you're able to slay out a little bit.
For those of you who don't know, Rome's been in contract negotiations to be the coach of Justus for about 72 years now. They just can't come to an agreement between the two.
It just won't work out.
Yeah. Rome said he'd do it for free, and Justus said, no, sir. Right now, it's looking like they do need someone to coach him on how to play Breach. They are trailing 6-5 now.
Wide open, and he is lucky he didn't just get shot by Joker. Man, Joker, if he had looked to his left, he would have literally just free killed Ink, who planted in the wide open. Now, the thing is, when you plant here, you have to play in 2 positions. You see where the 2 positions that they're in right now. Ink is in one.
Ink and Delana?
The other. Yeah, Ink and Delana. Okay. They're in the 2 positions. Those are the only 2 places you can see the bomb from to defend. So it's very easy if you know where they're going to
retake this,
play against it. Exactly. Yes. Exactly. And now the angles are being held, though.
Ink and Delana, looks like that's the only 2 you need here. Rocky comes in to help out, but you said Ink and Delana are the only 2 that can see the bombs.
Yeah, the problem right there was there was no glitch hack. I noticed when glitch went up, he didn't have his hack. I'm not sure when glitch used his hack. I'm not sure why he used his hack early, but he did not have it available for that retake once he got up to that area. And you saw immediately they went up there. The chalk, he threw that Simtex. The Kestrel came out. The flash came out. Things like that. You got to be ready for it. So the glitch hack has to be saved for the retake. If you're not going to save it for the retake, you should not be using it early. It's that simple. Unless you're in a 1v1, need to use it, something crazy. You got to be saving that for that retake, or else they're just going to util dump you once you start to push them out. And they're going right back to this B site, and we got a 6-6. And he's going to be early hacking all 3 of these players that did come down mid. So that means they're not going to be able to do that play nearly as easily or as quickly. So he just bought time for his team to get over. Now, who's that is still going to be playing over here at this A site, making sure that nothing crazy is going to be going down. They still have a player watching the middle. So right now it's going to be a 2v3 over here at this B site. He's going to be going for this plant in the wide open yet again. And it is going to get off
survives.
Yet again. Yeah,
you know,
so here we go.
I'm okay with that hack because, like you mentioned, he had to do it in order for his team to rotate in time. Because that gives them time to rotate because the offense can't use any of their util. C4 coming out. Who's that? Thinks twice about jumping over the wall. Thinks thrice about jumping over the wall. And then throws his frag. Wait a minute. He just threw a Semtex while he bounced over the wall. Yeah. Nice Semtex. This is a good-looking retake so far. They need this one. They don't want to go down 7-6 after such successful attacks
my goodness, Ink.
Oh,
no.
My. You know, Ink's planting in the wide open, but at this point, it seems like Ink can handle himself out there. Nash is behind.
No.
Doesn't matter. Bomb goes off. Rome throwing his notepad out the window right now because the team that has no idea what they're doing is somehow doing what they need to be doing.
Yeah, that was honestly just a choke right there. That was a 2v1 against an Ink, and Ink was low, and Ink just 1v2'd right there. My goodness, that was a close round, and I don't think that they can afford to just give them the free sight this time. They're going to need to play up or do something different to help them out. Now, I'm guessing that Nash saw the Talon Dart on his hack, and so he went ahead and hacked the Talon Dart. That's the reason why he did it early. I was starting to think, I was like, there's got to be more of a reason as to giving his teammates time, because, and that's exactly who, okay, so who's that is playing up? So they are going to be playing aggro. It looks like they do know with the Talon Dart, you can hear it. So who's that needs to get a kill on this Lancer? And Joker is going to be going down instead. That's the Dahlia Res going to be coming through. Is he going to be getting up?
All right, so he used the hack already.
Yeah.
He used the hack kind of towards mid to grab anybody on that left of him at the time, which is Ink, in the area of where Ink is. Frag out. Playing pretty dangerously here on this Dahlia, moving up and close. Look at Gronky, however, waiting for a flank. Thinking, look at where who's that is. Gronky's waiting for him. Somebody on the team's got to call this out so that Gronky can come help with this. They also got to let them know Glitch is here too. Both your padded steps are not anywhere near you. Gronky gets taken out. No, that's not Gronky got taken out. Excuse me. That's a Kestrel on the other side. Yeah, it's the mighty Porcupines Kestrel. It's Joker. Joker got taken out.
Now we got a 1v1. Gronky does take out who's that after he took out Frag out. And now Nash is able to take out Ink. Ink does not have a rage, so he cannot get up. He's got to get hand res right there. You can hear the hand res start to come in.
Oh, look at him. He has tracker rounds. He's able to see through the smoke. The bomb is out of their possession. They've got to go for it.
20 seconds, and he has tracker rounds.
Oh, but they have Talon. Of course.
They got to go over.
Nice
they
knock.
Go, that's
nice
one. That's
knock.
two.
That's
and it's
two.
over.
Ink.
We got a 7-7.
Oh. Ink has to get the bomb and jump over, and that can't happen. Nash just went insane. Almost died. Was able to stay alive. Had the tracker rounds through the smoke. Bomb was in his sights. They pick it up, and he knew exactly what they were going to do. 1, 2, 3. Everyone tried to go over the wall.
Yeah, and big props to who's that right there, because in the 3v4 situation, 35 seconds left, able to get that down as the Lancer on the Dahlia and full kill it, trade it out 2v3. That's a win in my opinion. Take it from a 3v4 to a 2v3 without a res. That was a great play as the Chalk had already used the rage. He had to get hand res. That just bought them more time. And with that little time, track around, she got him locked down in mid. They knew they had it secured. They did not throw the round. They tried to hop over, did not work. It was absolutely beautiful. Now let's see what kind of a play we're going to get. Looks like it is going to be a B play. Gronky right now is going to be the ratter in the middle on this offensive side. And they're going to be hacking very quickly. So that hack is going to be coming out right now. So no Talon Dart for you, sir. Now, Gronky.
I like how I do the same thing. What Chalk did there, you know, the hacking thing in progress comes up and you start to back up. Like you can back up out of the hack radius, but once it locks on, you are donezo. You are getting hacked. He could run to a. He could have taken a plane to Windward. He's still getting hacked at this point, right? Gronky in the middle now. One thing I've noticed about Mighty Porcupine is that Gronky has to commit to this, watching the flank like super heavily. Not just because of Lancer. Kestrel and Glitch also have padded steps in their kits. That's 3 people that could just turn the corner without you knowing, right? So you've got to play this careful. Comms have to be on point. They planted the bomb where they planted it successfully twice now, right in the middle. Delana, dead eyes, unloading that clip through mid. If they can take care of Ink and Delana, I think they've got this one in the back.
Oh, but they got the full kill on Frag, and now they're going to get the down on Ink. No, he's 1 HP. Yes, they did full kill him as well. There's only one left. They got to kill the Talon. They got to kill the Talon. They got to get on the bomb as well. Talon is still alive.
Is all alone, but he gets shot.
Joker, he didn't get on the bomb.
But the bomb goes off. The bomb went off.
They didn't get on the bomb. They didn't get on the bomb. Oh, my
Nobody
goodness.
got on the bomb because Delana downed 2 people.
Oh.
Anybody who touched the bomb, Delana shot. He knew exactly who he needed to shoot. You saw when they turned the corner and downed, when they turned the corner, the defenders, and they downed Chalk after getting Frag, We thought it was over. But then you look, if you slow that down in slow-mo, you will see Delana. He never turned to his left. Those people pushing his teammates are on his left. He just had it in his mind. Watch the bomb, watch the bomb, watch the bomb, watch the bomb. They're not going to push me. Watch the bomb, watch the bomb. And that's what he did. Anyone touches the bomb, he shoots him. Let's go ahead and take a look at the replays. Rome, walk us through this. The team that did not practice this map a single time gets taken to 7-7, but they end up winning it.
Yeah, they ended up clutching up the 7-7 when it mattered. And this right here, this was such a close, every single round it seemed came down to the wire. It was so close, so good from both teams. And at the end of the day, you got to have the clutch factor, man. Got to have the clutch factor. And you see who's that was able to make some plays to go up 4-3 at the halftime. They were up 6-5. Weren't able to make it 7-5. That would have been a big round. They lost out the trades on that one. But once it got to this round right here, that was where Ink went crazy. When you can get the punch and get the life drain proc off of that, you know you're feeling yourself. And right here, Nash just went absolutely massive with the trackers in mid, able to get all 4 players down by himself. Nice plays coming out of him. And right there, you see Delena. He got everybody that was near the bomb. And that is just so unfortunate if you are the side of Mighty Porcupine. You're going to feel like you definitely had that one in the bag, but sadly slipped, and there was a hole in the bag.
Man, that play where Nash is downing all 3 of them as they're trying to jump over the wall just reminds me of like tower defense, right? Where the enemies, they all go the same way, and you have a tower just sitting there knocking them down. Man, good job from Nash, but couldn't close out the game. Like you said, Delana knocking anyone who tried to get near that bomb. He knew exactly what it is. You saw him, right? Just look at the bomb, look at the bomb, look at the bomb. I don't care. Frag, you can die. Sorry, buddy. Oh, Ink, you just died. Sorry, buddy. Watch the bomb, watch the bomb, watch the bomb. That's what we saw. 8-7. Justus Roco take game number 1 in our demolition on Breach. We're going to game 2. We're going to Glacier. It's King of the Hill. What are you expecting to come out from these teams this time around? Because if this one's going to be a nail biter too, might be in for game 3.
I wouldn't be surprised if, as crazy as it sounds, if we see someone actually pull out a shotgun on this map. I've seen a lot of teams actually pulling out shotguns, whether it's on a Vi, they will pull out a shotgun, whether it's on, I've seen people pull out Sigrid shotguns on this map. These teams have been trying all types of things on Glacier. Why? Because that 4th hill sometimes can win you the entire round by itself. So you got to figure out some type of a comp. So at the end of the day, it's really all about locking in for that 4th hill. Everything else is really just for show. You're just really setting up for that final hill because we've seen 100-point comebacks on that hill. We've seen so many huge comebacks on that hill. Yeah, but a lot of times Vi
with a shotgun, poison, and Insen, and then you have a Sigurd with a shield, shotgun, and Semtex, and ways to heal herself. And then you have Anvil who can shield. I mean, right? Just load up on the shield and Incense to hold that last point. Who knows? We'll see. Let's go into our game that is starting up right now. As I tell you what the bans were going into this, they were Fixer and Lancer. So Justus Roco banned out the Lancer. Mighty Porcupine banning out the Fixer. What are you expecting to see now?
Definitely going to be seeing Joker on the Kestrel. He's feeling extremely good on it. And everything else is a toss-up. I'm going to be honest. This map right here is one of those toss-up maps where you really don't know what players are going to run. Some people like running the Chalk. Some people don't like running the Chalk. Some people like running the Anvil. Some people don't like running the Anvil. Vi is still open, so Vi is definitely going to be getting picked. Looks like Delena is going to be hard locking that in, as he does not get to play the Vi a whole lot. But Chalk is going to be locked in as well. So they're going with Chalk, Anvil, and Kestrel. So it's a very solid comp coming out of the side of Justus. Right now, Porcupine, they're thinking about it. Joker is going to be not on the Kestrel, so he's going to go on the Chalk. And it looks like they're going for a much more apier comp. They are going to be pushing them out very hard with this Scorch, the double Molly, and the Chalk as well. And this is going to be an explosive game, and not a lot of wiggle room on these sites. And this first hill is going to be an absolute madhouse. I'll say that.
absolute madhouse might just be what happens. You're right. We'll have to see, though. There is anvils on both sides. That probably has to be what has to do with the fourth hill, right? Because you want to be able to shut down at least one of those entrances. There's 4.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, 100%. And right now, we're going to get this quick reset in, little technical difficulties. So we'll be restarting the map. Shouldn't take long at all. But this map right here is going to be extremely good for the anvil. Like you said, if you're able to lock off both of those things. This is the funny thing about both teams having anvil, is that if one team puts an anvil shield down at a doorway and then they get wiped, and then the new anvil goes down there, they put their shield down at another door. Now there's 2 doors that you can't go in. So that actually is going to be very interesting to see how these shields are going to come into play, because a lot of times the shields end up working against your favor. We've talked about this before, and both of these teams, extremely smart players on both sides. So I'm sure they're aware of the situation, especially now they've seen what they're getting themselves into. It is going to be anvil on anvil crime. I can't wait for it. It's going to be a lot of shields. Not sure if we're going to see shotguns. I do know that, Joker, things like that, they do tend to sometimes pull out shotguns and stuff like that if they feel like it. But who knows, man? Who knows? I doubt the Joker is going to be pulling out the chalk shotgun. If I were to see a shotgun, I guess that it would be Rugi on the Vi shotgun. As Rugi, I've seen him perform on the Vi shotgun on King of the Hill on this map, and I've seen him drop 40 plus on this map in 4v4s on King of the Hill with that Vi shotgun. So we'll see how this is going to go. I've seen him go to wars with many of the other shotgun users that are in the comp community. So is he going to use that today? We'll find that out. It is the grand finals. He's already secured himself $200, trying to secure himself a little bit more change, though, as there is a little bit more on the line right now.
Yeah, it'll be definitely interesting to see if they do pull out some shotguns. I mean, we saw Frag play against a team earlier in the bracket. They were playing Factory. He was playing Chalk. He pulled out a shotgun. He was doing some crazy things with that. But who knows? We'll see. When you mentioned how, if an anvil puts his shield down, they get wiped, then someone else can come in. I've just been reminiscing about my success with that actually this week. I've been trying to get all my rogues to level 10, mastery 10, right? And the next one in line is anvil for me. And every time I get King of the Hill on favelas, that C objective, right? That third hill, there's an anvil on the other team most of the time. He puts a shield in one doorway. We wipe him. I put it in the other doorway. All I got to do is watch the window. It's great, right? That little tiny workshop, and that's the money hill. So It's awesome. But it'll be interesting to see. We're going to have anvils on both sides. We got some buys coming out as well. Kestrel, obviously. I mean, again, if you're just joining us, this is the finals. Mighty Porcupine versus Justus Roco. They're the defending champions in Justus Roco, looking to find the number 1 seed again. The bans in game 2, Fixer, Lancer, Justus Roco lead the series 1-0 after winning a demolition 8-7 on Breach, which was our first time seeing Breach in demolition. So that's been added for this month's 10K. Also, Factory has had a little bit of a change in our tournament structure as well. We won't see Factory demolition this month, but we will see it for King of the Hill. So, hey, things are always changing. We're still trying to fine tune things, right? It's like a car. It's like a car that isn't a drag race, right? We're always trying to fine tune things and see what we can do to go faster and be more successful. That's what we're trying to do. How can we become such a great competitive community within Rogue Company? And then who knows, maybe some lands in the future as well. That's when they're going to hire you as a coach. You got to bring a sub/coach to land. So, Rome, I think you got a good shot. I think you and Gronky are like, on the same page, right? From what you've been telling us.
Gronky is going to quickly tell me to go get in the booth. He's quickly going to say, stick to casting, so stick to that. You're not going to be telling us anything about our rogues to pick, because we got this handled. And so I'll trust them. They've won 6 out of the last 7, so I'll give them their respect for that, man.
What do you mean 5 out of the last 6? I think it is
5 out of the last 6.
Hold on. January was an 8K. That was the EU 8K. So we have February, March, April, May, and June and July. So we've had 6. They've won 5 out of 6.
Okay, 5 out of 6. So if you include the 8K before that, they didn't even win that one, actually. The EU squad won that one. So
they've won 5 out of the 7 months.
Got it. They've won 5 out of 7, and they've won 7 out of 9 total, correct?
What? Where'd you get 9
7
from?
out of 9 from the 2 8Ks that were before the 8K that the European squad won. So
there was only one 8K total, before that.
There was only one? Could have sworn
there was the NA 8K in December, and then the EU one in January, and then we went to a 10K format.
Maybe there was a big tournament that I'm thinking about. But okay, so if they won, so if they got what, that would be
You're thinking of Twitch rivals, maybe.
So that'd be 6, maybe. That would be 6 out of 8. That would be 6 out of 8 then, right there. So that they've won out of 8 total. 6 out of
Rome.
8.
I know it's been a long day. Okay, we've been casting under the lights for a while here, but are you okay? I need to ask.
I'm good to go.
Listen,
I'm good to go, man.
All right, listen. There has been. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Right. February, March, April, May, June, July. There's been 6 10Ks.
Yeah.
You want to write this down?
If you include the 2 8Ks, then that
means there's total. 8 major CMG tournaments.
Okay, and they've won 6 out of those 8, correct?
Yes.
There we go. So hey, they're shooting 75% from the field right now. That's a pretty good ratio, if you ask me, man. For all major tournaments,
6 for 8 is 75%.
6 for 8, 73 3/4.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
Yeah. You got me double checking myself now, man.
We went from 6 out of 8 to 6 out of 9 somehow. So I don't know what's going on over there where you are. You're adding and subtracting things that don't exist. Yes.
Sounds good.
Slappadopoulos won the other ratio, 2 times.
Man. Yeah, he did. Yeah, I believe Emes was on both squads as well, and I believe Polza was on both squads as well. So that trio of European squad, they've been showing out. So we'll see if they're going to be pulling up again this month. Maybe they'll show up to the qualifier number 2. Maybe they'll show up to qualifier number 3, make a surprise appearance. Who knows, man? Who knows? Last month, they ended up playing just the first qualifier. They didn't even place, I believe they placed top 8, I believe, or top 4, and they got their few placement points, and then they never came back. They were fine with that. They were like, we're just going to take these 5 placement points or whatever they ended up getting, and they ended up going into the main event with that and ended up taking home second place.
Seed. So they were the 5th seed with those points that they gathered.
And they were just fine with that, which is incredible that they took that 5th seed and said, you know what, we're going to ride it out and we're going to still get top 2. And that's what they ended up doing. So big props to them.
Which is crazy because they were defending champions at that time, right? So it's like people who just come to the scene for the first time, they're like, the defending champions are the 5th seed? What? And then they make it to grand finals and you're like, oh, okay. Thank you for explaining that to us. But we're ready, finally, for our game 2. Hopefully we don't have to reset the lobby this time. Let's go ahead and jump into it. Game number 2, King of the Hill, Glacier, Justus Roco, leading 1-0. By the way, Justus Roco, you want to know their overall record in the CMGs?
What is it?
146 wins, 14 losses.
Wow.
That's not map count, though. That's not map count, though.
That's series count.
Yes.
Okay. So
if they win 2-0 here, if they win this matchup, that only counts as 1 win on the thing. It's not map-wise.
So they have about a 92% win rate on CMG in Rogue Company.
Sure.
That's pretty impressive. That's pretty impressive.
I don't know that one off the top of my head. I don't know 146 and 14% off the top of my head, so I cannot confirm or deny that. I'm going to trust you on that one, whatever it is.
You just got to rock with me on that one. Oh, yeah.
All right, you know what? I'm going to do the math now.
Hey, look, man. I went to the Math Olympics. I went to the Math Olympics when I was in 5th grade through 8th grade. So
excuse me. I just went to the spelling bee. Sorry, excuse me.
Yeah, spelling bee. I was not a fan.
I was actually
not a fan of that one.
I don't know if you watched WVI or PBS. I was on a math game show on there with my school, but my I'm not to throw my school under the bus, but my teammates were kind of bad, so we lost in the lightning round.
Well, let's add up how much utility gets dumped on this first hill. As we're already up to 9 things thrown. Let's keep it going.
Oh, yeah, that's our favorite thing. We get to count how much happens in the first minute of this. I did see another vibe poison come out.
Yeah.
Hold on. Stop shooting Gronky and turn to the left. Yeah, it's right there. Okay, cool. He walked through it. Yeah, so that's 10. Are we still under a minute?
Yeah, still under a minute, and everyone just respawned
8
up
seconds.
with all their utility.
5 seconds. Hold on. There's an incense. That's 11. I think we're only going to get to 11. Yep. Okay, we're over a minute now. 11. Someone's got to keep track of this.
I'm actually impressed that they locked it down for this long. Both teams have an anvil. I'm surprised the anvil shield didn't come out from the
Not only did they lock it down for 43 seconds, but they didn't allow the enemy to get a single point.
Yeah. Yeah, the fact that they have shut them completely down is major. And Justus now going to need to lock it up on this B hill. You see the vibe poisons are coming out. They're trying to lock it down, able to take out 2 right there. Joker and Rugi are going to be dropping. Nash and Who's That do get 2 trades to return it. Now it's going to be all about the 3rd and 4th engagement. There's the 3rd. There's the 3rd and a half. And finally, Gronky going to be taking out Nash and keeping control of this site. Rugi does have the shotgun, so this is what I was talking about. So I've seen Rugi play with the Vi shotgun, so I'm very interested to see actually how he's going to do with it. You know, currently didn't make the most of it on that life, but he is going to spawn up ready to go contest this next hill. Now this C hill right here, you can rack up the time on it. It can be considered a money hill, but it's definitely not on the level of the 4th and final hill, which is the pits of the ship, if you will. And it is a dirty, disgusting place down there, and you are going to find everything from flashes to EMPs to mollies to grenades to bounce grenades to everything. C4s. Yeah. Everything you can think of is going to be down there.
Oh, he's got the shotgun. He's using the shotgun, like you said. Rugi pulling it out with the Vi. Double Vi pods in the same spot there on that 3rd hill. And I like the fact that they are still continuing to show dominance here, no matter what is happening. Justus, Roco finding ways to get in this hill and lock it down. They lead now by 20. Oh my goodness.
And that's
talk about the fact that not only that, I mean, 43 points is what Mighty Porcupine has. All of that came from hill number 1, right? Hill 2, hill 3, they have not even sniffed any points from there. I mean, this is like a LA nightclub at this point. You got to be on the list to get in, and the bouncers of Justus Roco are not having it today.
Yeah, but Joker is back on that Kestrel for this King of the Hill. And right there, they're able to down 3 players, and they got a lot of the scrap time, so they're going to have control of this final hill. And like we said, we've seen so many times players
look at this.
Hold this hill. Frag is caught. Yeah, he trapped himself in there, so he's either going to need to break that shield or he's going to need to figure it out, because right now him and Gronky are not helping their team at all. They are literally just staring at the enemy team. This is a terrible
just
shield
like
for
an
Frag,
inch,
I'm be honest.
an inch forward, and he probably could be contesting the point, but that also would probably...
Exactly.
I don't know if he can even jump over this.
No, he can't. He can't. That's why I'm not sure why
because it's kind of like raised up. I mean, I've been on a
he's
ship
just got to be watching over for his teammates, because he can't do anything himself from that angle. Finally, he's going to give it up, though. It's about time, because right now, his teammates are finally going to get control of this bad boy. Ink going to be popping that rage, and that's a 3-man wipe. So they finally re-get control of it, but there's only 20 seconds. That means they have to hold it for this entire time, Blue.
Well, they only have to hold it for about 12 of those seconds there. I think this was a good play by them, actually, because Nash can't get in and put the shield down. And then Ink and Delana are just holding hands, busting bodies. Look at this shield. You can't get in there. Yeah, I love this shield being placed. I think that's Frag Out's next shield. The way he puts it on the stairs. Oh, my goodness. It's like a ramp. You can't get over it.
Yeah, that was an amazing shield coming out from Frag right there. Making sure that
so
nobody
goofy.
can come in. Yeah, you can't slide over it. You can't crouch over it. You can't dolphin dive through it. You're just stuck looking at it. That's all you can do. And right now, I'm sure that both anvils are thinking, okay, maybe I need to get shredder rounds just in case I need to break through one of these shields, because it does take about only 6 seconds of shooting through that anvil shield with shredder rounds and that LMG to take that bad boy out. So maybe they'll be thinking about that as a possibility for this round. Maybe not, but here we go, man. Everyone got even more util now. There's a Vi Poison. There's a Molly. There's a Flash. There's a... Yeah, okay. Here we go.
Okay, my question is, if you put the shield like that, I hope you're counting. That's another one. There's another C4. If you put the shield like that and you bust the window, can you get in? Because the window's like allows you to step into the stairs and go down a couple inches so your head can fit, or does it still not work? Who knows? We might have to find out. Meanwhile, this time, hill number 1 is played a little bit differently here. Gronky and the rest of Justus finally break in, and they take the lead, and they're soaking up some time here. There'll be 20 seconds left. If they get all of that, they'll have a nice little lead going into hill 2, but nice shotgun. Delana using it as well? Hold up. The Vi shotgun. Yeah. Oh, he must have picked it up because he has a nightshade in his hand, and I saw him using the nightshade last round. So he must have picked up Rugi's. He's got both primaries available to him, which is going to be something to look forward to in the next update. You buy one, you get the other one with it. You upgrade one, you get an upgrade on the other one as well with every character. So that'll be interesting to see how many people switch it up in King of the Hill or try one, and if it doesn't work, they go to the other one. Because you don't have to spend the money on it now, so you can afford to try things out.
Yeah. 100%, and right now, Justus is locking it down right now. And Rugi is able to get a kill with this shotgun, but they still got to push the point, and that is the issue that they're running into right now. Vi Poison is going to be coming out. He's going to be revealed. He's got to get onto the site. He is able to get the big down on Delana. 10 HP left for Rugi, and he's going to be rotating over to this next hill. As they're going to take these 10 seconds of scrap time, go down 60, heading to the next hill, and right now Joker going to need to do everything he can to get control of this bad boy. Rugi going to be rolling right back down into the fire. Not yet is it time to go down there. And right now, Frag going to be picking up a nice 2-piece with that LMG. Good stuff coming out of Frag out. Big Simtex coming out. He's going to be trading his life. Ink doing everything he can to keep his team ahead right now.
Yeah, not time to go in the basement yet, but you can kind of see everyone trying to, you know, kind of casually fade towards the basement, play towards the stairs a little bit, just so they can be prepared. Someone spawns in, they kind of have time to rotate through basement. They do it just to see if anyone's waiting there already, because it is such a pain to get into this if you don't have control of it. Gronky finds Nash as he was trying to reload the big LMG here. Incend comes out right away by Rugi. Throws out a Vi Poison to the left side as well. Instantly gets taken out by a Semtex from Ink. Frag also finds Joker. Then he finds Nash off of Nash's respawn there. 129. Garbage time being picked up, but that is not important. What is that the basement is going to unlock, and the people holding it currently are the two that held it so beautifully last time, Delana and Ink. Frag out does fall. And that's the shield I was talking about. You put it up like that. Oh, look, Frag out put his in the doorway, but this time it works out in his favor. Shuts down that hallway. This one, however, you can gain points and go towards the left. Shredder rounds must be in play because that shield got instantly taken out the second time we had a look at it. 138 before the counter stops and the neutral state of the point is put into effect. And Joker finds a double with that grenade. That was after, in his afterlife. Frag out found a double with the C4 as well. Nash finds Delana. He has to jump in there. He's got to do something because it is ticking away, and that's what happens. 22 downs. Leading the way is Gronky. 35 eliminations as well. What a great way to go. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
2-0.
That was
in the
King
of the Hill.
That was a nice showing from them. They really showed today that their respawn is absolutely flawless as of now. They have not dropped a respawn map in a while, and they didn't drop one in this qualifier right here, and they're going to look to not drop one in the main event, as they are going to be the #1 seed heading into that big main event.
Hey, let's take a look at the series replays while you tell us why they've become so good at respawn and what they did so well in that glacier. Because we said last month when they won the championship, became champions again, wow, they've gotten so good at respawns. Their demolition's kind of lacking. I think that still shows today, but I'll blame it on the map because they don't really play Breach that much. They had a tough time in the demolition in the semifinals as well, but it's okay. They brought it back and won 8-1 and had a dominant performance in that game. 3 demolition. But Rome, they're looking good on a map like Glacier. That's a tough one to play King of the Hill.
Yeah, definitely a tough one, and they ended up winning with a mirror match that they had to go up against. Kestrel on Kestrel, Chalk on Chalk. Everyone's got to win their matchup, and that's exactly what they did right there, and able to use those shields on that 4th hill so effectively. This first hill was just such a war. Everyone was doing amazing on it. Delina able to pick up the shotgun. He was putting in work with Rugi's weapon. He said, if you can't use it right, guess what? I will. And Ink holding down this bottom hill at the very end, locking it down, making sure nobody can come up in here. And Nash, with the last-ditch effort, is going to be taken out. So sadly, they are going to take second, which isn't all that sad because they do secure 2nd seed overall for the main event, which is awesome.
Yes, and that #1 spot will go to Justus Roco. Justus Roco, they win 8-7 on Breach Demolition, 2-0 on the Glacier King of the Hill. They win the overall final series 2-0. They take home $400 as well as the points. Second place, they get $200.